Alright, so even though it's 2 o'clock in the morning, sorry, 3 o'clock in the morning, I just watched your video, and I decided that I really had to make a response to let you know that you are definitely not the only one. I get really, really attached to characters in movies and books. The first book that I ever remember crying to was, actually called, how bad is that? I can't remember. Hold on. Alright, so I'm back. I had to go get the book. It's, If You Come Softly by Jacqueline Woodson. It's about this Jewish girl who, goes to this private school, and she ends up falling in love with this, black boy named Jeremiah. And they just bring you into their world so much, and I sobbed for like 3 days after I finished reading the book. I'm not going to tell you the ending because that would ruin it, so you should definitely read it if you like to read. Let's see. Movies. Rent. I know that you were saying that your friend is attached to the characters in Rent. I can totally agree with that. I cried so hard during that movie, like throughout the whole thing. The other thing, it's gonna seem really lame, but Harry Potter. I definitely cried so many times with those books. I cannot even, like, begin to describe how, like, heartbroken I was when I found out all the twists and turns. I literally just cried so hard, like you were saying, a mess, just sobbing. My pages were wet. That's how bad it was. There are, like, so many other movies, too, like American History X. Oh my gosh, that movie. It made me cry so hard for so long. And I'm not really an overly emotional person. Seriously, I don't cry at anything. Like, obviously I cry at things, but like in normal everyday situations, I'm not like, I don't get overly worked up about anything. So it's really strange when I can get pulled into a world of like fantasy so easily. I don't know. Other movies that have made me react with the characters. Party Monster. It's gonna seem really strange because it's kind of like almost like a spoof on the book by James St. James. It was Disco Bloodbath. But the movie really kind of like hit me in the face like a truck, you know. I mean, it had Macaulay Culkin and everything in it, and I was like, when I first saw it, I kind of wrote it off as being like really dumb. But then I went back and rewatched it, and it totally kind of like speaks to you. It kind of brings you into that world and what it was like for him at that point in his life, and it's just so strange how random things can do that to you. Another one would probably have to be it's gonna seem really, really lame, but Donnie Darko. The first time I saw that movie, I didn't really understand it, and I was kind of like skeptical about it because my friends were all ranting about it, and usually when my friends like something, I end up hating it. So I went into it with kind of a I don't know the word that I'm looking for. I had like this prejudice against it for like no reason other than the fact that my friends liked it. But then I watched it with them, and I didn't really get it because I wasn't really paying attention. So then I watched it on my own, like with nobody else around. Like the only person around was my cat, so he couldn't say anything to me about how dumb I was for watching it. So I was just like, at the end of the movie, I was kind of like, even if you don't like that type of movie, you kind of get dragged into the story. Like, even if you hate it, you get dragged in kicking and screaming. It's really kind of one of those movies that pulls you in. Oh, Velvet Goldmine. if you're not watching it, like, looking for anything inside the meaning, like, if you're not looking for the meaning of it, then you probably couldn't get attached to the characters. But, like, the first time I saw it censored, so it really kind of sucked. It's not one of those movies that you can watch while it's censored. So, definitely you should watch it. It's, really good. It's kind of, I heard that it was loosely based on the relationship between Iggy Pop and, David Bowie. Now, you can take your own, like, whatever, you can take your own outlook on it. Like, I didn't hear that till after the first time I saw it, so I went into it with, like, these are really just fictional characters type deal, so I really love it, and I got really attached, and, like, at certain points in the movie, I was crying, and I was like, how can they do this to these characters? Like, come on, it's completely ridiculous. And Moulin Rouge. A lot of the movies that I seem to get attached to are musicals, because I'm, like, a total music freak. Like, music speaks to me in so many different ways. Like, I don't know, I can't even describe all the different ways that music has helped me out, but, like, I don't know, I'm completely kind of going off on separate rants, and I know it's really dumb of me, but I just wanted to let you know that you're not the only one that gets really, really attached to fictional characters. I get really attached to characters in books and movies. Not so much TV shows, because I don't really watch TV very much. Like, I don't have cable, so it's like, all this stuff is, like, stupid sitcoms or whatever, so I don't really watch TV at all. But, like, books and movies really kind of tear me apart. And anime. I'm kind of a freak like that. But it's okay. Definitely I need to watch more of your videos, so I'm gonna go do that now. Bye!